Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to City Skylines, Mass Transit, and the Trains scenario. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because I'm certainly excited to be back in the beautiful city of Trainsville, where things, as always, are going pretty darn well. Almost at $1 million, almost at 50,000 people. And when we get to that 50,000 people, we will get ourselves the nuclear power plant, another 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer tile, and the cargo hub. Now, the cargo hub we'll probably not use, but that's fine. The new area will be useful, as will, 117,000 people being moved by train because we're getting so close to our goal. And I do want to talk about the goal for just a little bit, because I know some people have been asking, are we going to end the series when we hit the goal? I don't know. I might continue for an episode or two afterwards just to see what we can do and maybe have some fun. But I don't really know. I haven't thought about it. I'm just sort of having some fun and playing City Skylines and seeing what happens. I do like these scenarios. I liked Tornado Country because it was a different way to play City Skylines, and that's something I just want to remind everybody. I know some people watch this and they're like, oh, man, you gotta stop with the grids. But you have to keep in mind, this isn't necessarily a city built for aesthetics. This is a city built for a specific purpose. It's built to move a lot of people via train. That's kind of the point of this city. So you just have to keep that in mind, because I'm well aware that, this many grids is not the most exciting thing in the world. I know it's not the most inventive way to build a city, but it does kind of make sense for what we're going for here. So just keep that in mind whilst watching. One day we will absolutely get back to the aesthetically focused cities, but that is not going to be today. Now what I'm doing at the moment is just going ahead and extending some of our zoning along here, because I figure really we might as well. We might as well get a bit more zoning in here. We have demand for industry. We have demand for commercial. We have demand for a little bit of residential. So I figure, why not? What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw offices along the train tracks so that things aren't going to be too loud for residences. Residential zoning is what I'm going for there. Residences is... Ugh. There's too much going on with the word I'm gonna stop. I'm getting carried away with the word residences. So is it even a word? It doesn't sound like a... I need to Google this. Hold on. I need to do the pipes first, but then I need to Google this to see if residences... It is a word, right? That is a word. That is absolutely a word. It's just a weird word. I'm still gonna Google it. All right, so that's in there. Let the game run the simulation for a second. Residences. Yeah? The plural of residence is residences. Why is that such a weird word? Why am I having so much trouble with the word residences? It is because of the, excess... Oh, I'm getting so... Why am I having this problem? Am I having a midlife crisis? Is that what this is? Am I having a am I having a minor medical emergency right now? I might be. But the show must go on, I guess. Anyway, this roundabout right here, still backing up like crazy. Still not too happy to see that. But really, there's not a lot I can do without drastically changing a lot of what we've got going on here, and I don't think I'm too interested in doing that. So we're going to sort of just let this do what it's doing. I do kind of like the idea of expanding this area just a little bit, to be honest. So if we bring this up a little bit further, something like that, we can just expand over to here, right up to the edge of the highway there. And again, up to the edge of the highway just there. And we can get a bit more zoning into all of that space. If only that could go a little bit further up. But we can put something in there. I reckon what we'll do is put some commercial along the back bits there. We can put some offices just over here. But then right in the middle, I actually like the idea of some residential zoning. Get some nice residences in there. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm done. I'm done with that word. It's all good. Oh, that's not even that funny. Yeah, we do really need to do something about traffic. I don't think buses are the solution, because every time I look at traffic, like not half of it, but there's a bus stuck in traffic. So the solution to the traffic problems, I don't think, is adding more buses. I don't think that's what we gotta do here. So, yeah, I think we'll just sort of let traffic do its thing. It does sort of move in certain places. I guess I really should just look at and analyze the roads, shouldn't I? So all of you are... A lot of you want to go straight up. Some of you are U-turning, which is a bit weird. But a lot of you are coming from over here. An awful lot of you coming from over there. And going... No, you're not going straight up. You're going over here. And then splitting off into those areas. So that makes me wonder if perhaps we should get some bus lines that go like... Oh, we're having power problems apparently. Let me get a bus line that goes like from there to there to there to there and like up to... No, you know what? That's fine. No, you know what? We will bring it up there. Right up into there. Then I want to bring it back. So we're gonna follow it the whole way along. For some reason it's going the whole way around. What? Now that is interesting. That apparently that bus cannot... Oh. Oh, it's because the stop's there. Right, that makes sense. Okay, that is... Hold on. Bring that all back a bit. So bring the bus to there, then up to there. Why would it go back? Why would it... Can it not turn left there? So if I put a stop there and there, it can turn left. That is very, very strange. That is very strange to me. So the stop... Right, so it comes up from down here, right? It has a stop there. Let's maybe bring it across and then up to there. But no, it goes back onto the roundabout again. That's... Okay, it's going to go in there and then there. Then in there and to there. And then I want to bring it back. So bring it back along all of these roads. It's going to double up on that stop. Then in there. Then it's going to double up just there. Gonna bring it back across to that spot. And then down to that spot. And I want to see if that does anything for us. So that's bus line number 7. And bus line number 7 is going to be green. There we go. So bus line number 7 is going to be green. You guys are having power problems. I assume, yeah, that's because 2 of these guys are not, like, 3 of them don't have the supplies that they need. So I'm actually thinking we throw a power plant out into one of these areas so that it's a little bit easier to power things. So I reckon a power plant right there is maybe not going to be such a bad idea. And maybe another one just over... Okay, an oil power plant beside a forestry area is... That just seems like an accident waiting to happen. To be fair, though, I mean, there is an incineration plant up here, so that's also an accident waiting to happen, but that's fine. That's just getting rid of garbage. We'll not stress too much about that one. But I do hope that the new buses get some use. Oh, wow. Immediately, a shed load of people wanting on the buses. Not so many there. What about here? A few in those spots. A decent number there. A decent number there. And not so many there. But that's okay. We have actually got a surprising number of people immediately wanting to get on that green bus line, so hopefully we'll see some good stuff from it. That's definitely something I'm going to keep an eye out for. Now let's see, how many passengers use this per week? 279 per week from that station. We get 361 from this station. Over here, we get, oh wow, 245. It looked like a lot more than it was. And from here, 822. Not bad at all. Really good number of people using the trains there. All the different colors of trains coming in and doing their thing. Beautiful to see. 7 passengers, 135 passengers, 53, 97. I really do love seeing all those trains move. I also love seeing the cargo trains coming in, doing their thing, going where they need to go. It adds a nice bit of variety to all of this. I'm really happy with the train layout here. I know it's fairly simple and I know it's fairly basic, but I am really enjoying just, you know, keeping an eye on it. Also, is that, why is the water, what? Why was the water not flowing there? I just caught a glimpse of that. That was very strange. Oh, that's probably why. The game still has that weird bug where the water, like, goes all weird, basically. No other way to put it. The water does get a bit weird in City Skylines from time to time, so I guess that was what was going on there. That's actually a nice area. I like the detail there. I do like the detail there. That's quite nice, but that's completely beside the point. I'll tell you what I want to do. We have some demand down here. Let's put that to good use. I want to get some people living out here. So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like this. Not like that. Specifically, like that and down. We're gonna bring this across as well. And this over. Just like that. And we can get some people living in there if we want to, which I think we will. I think we'll bring this out a little bit further as well. Just to extend it that little bit more so we can get more people living in that space. And let's go ahead then and say that we'll just pack it full of residential zoning, and that's really all we're gonna need. We'll fill up that bit, not that bit. That bit there can be commercial. So all of that can be commercial. This bit over here, also residential, except for that part. And we'll just go ahead and fill around the whole thing with a whole bunch of residential zoning and get people living up there. I should probably look into education as well. Probably not a bad idea to look into the old education, see how that's going. Elementary school availability, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Let's get a new elementary school just there. Let's get a new elementary school there. And we'll throw another one just up there as well. And out here too. This area could probably use a bit of education, so we'll throw it out there, see how that goes. That's boosted us quite nicely. Our capacity is okay. High schools. Oh, we are gonna need one done in the bottom right corner here. Let's see if we can get high school just in there. That brings our capacity up quite nicely indeed. And I think I'll throw another high school just to that corner there. Again, boosting that capacity and hoping for the best. So we'll see how that goes. Population was getting close to 50,000, but with the addition of the new schools and all that stuff, it has dropped a bit. Definitely unfortunate, but that is the way of things. So we'll not stress too much. Let's have another little look. Yep. Absolute shed load of people wanting to use the green bus. Green bus line, quite popular. It's become our second most popular bus line with 18 vehicles. 18 vehicles, and there's still a shed load of people waiting for a bus. Although I guess that's partly to do... Oh, wow, there's a lot of people there, too. That is partly to do with the fact that, of course, the traffic is still pretty bad. But I did actually see, and I've just realized I didn't do this last time, I did see people talking about priority signs for roundabouts. So I do think that might be an idea. If we set up all this so the roundabouts have priority, so that traffic moving onto the roundabout, or moving on the roundabout itself, always has the priority to move. So the roundabouts themselves should always end up being clear if I do this properly. So if I do all of this and do that as well. So eventually that, I think, will clear out. I think. I might be wrong in my assumption here, but if I set this up properly, that should help the roundabouts to clear out a little bit. Then we'll do the same over here as well. So you get priority, you don't. You get priority, you don't. You get priority, and you don't. And you get priority, and you don't. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, well, that's interesting. That I didn't notice that. Okay. You get priority, and you don't. So again, that should let all of the traffic on the roundabout, I think, move without having to stop. Assuming we ever get to a point where the roundabouts are actually clear enough for that to work. But we'll see. In theory, I should probably do the same here as well. So the traffic on the roundabout itself always gets priority. So the traffic moving in this middle bit always gets priority over the traffic that's not moving, that's on these other roads. We'll see how that goes. It definitely looks like it's kind of working though, right? Except for this middle one. So we'll see what happens. Let me come over here and do the same thing. Let me just set this up so that these guys all have the priority that, whoa. Oh, that's backwards. Well, that is interesting as well. How did I not notice this? So that's actually a roundabout now. That's, wow, okay. Kind of annoyed with myself that I didn't notice that, but there you go. Apparently it happens. Apparently sometimes these things slip under the radar and we don't notice that parts of the roundabout are facing the wrong way. We probably don't need to set up priority up here. That is probably fine. A lot of traffic moving out of that neighborhood right there. There is actually traffic moving around this roundabout here. This system might actually... I feel like it's working. I do feel like it's working. Which is brilliant news because it means that we might actually see, you know, the traffic do what it needs to do. I think the priorities of the roundabouts have been messing with us. Yeah, look at this. Much clearer than it was. And traffic is definitely moving. Definitely moving. Noticeably faster. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put a quick cut in the video, and when we come back, you know, I'll give it 5 minutes. We'll see if the traffic's maybe cleared out a little bit. Although I do, before we do that, want to check the progress of our goal. 147,000, okay. Well, that means that, I mean, if I really wanted to, we could push this episode a little bit longer and finish off the goal, and then have a part 11 and part 12 where we faff around with the city a little bit. I think that might be an idea. Maybe today we push for mission accomplished. I realize I haven't really touched the trains today either, so maybe we'll, you know, get 50,000 people, which we just did. We can, real quick, look at resources. Yeah, we got a lot of ore up here, so we can push for that. Let's push for the ore up in that corner. So push for the ore up there. We'll purchase that, which means we can get some train lines going out through the mountains here. We'll get another little town set up just in the hill. Get a bunch of ore coming back. Bunch of people taking the train out there. That's gonna be pretty good. But we'll give this 5 minutes. We'll see if the traffic clears out first, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna answer my own question and say that no, the roundabout tweaks did not fix traffic, but that's kind of okay. I didn't really expect it to, so we're not gonna stress too much about that. What I do want to do though is get this ore. Like, it's on a mountainside, which is going to be kind of tricky to deal with because zoning and building on mountains is tricky. But I figure we are going to give this a shot. So what I think we'll do is we'll bring a road. No, that's actually too steep. Interesting. That is legit too steep. So the road is going to have to come, like, across the mountain. Very well. I did want it to come down the mountain, but across works. It is going to look hideous, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I do want to go, say, 20 and 20, giving it a bit of a curve like that. And I do want to take it back a little bit further, because that's going to be... Where is this even going to connect? I don't even know where... Would it maybe make more sense to take this through the mountain than over it? Just now that I look at it, that might be a cool idea. If we sort of give it a, you know, an old curve like that. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I want to lower this. So, you know, lower that down to there. Lower that down to there. And lower that just a little bit so it doesn't look like it's raising up. Just get it kind of flat, right? So that right there is not going to go into the mountain, and that's going to be how we get people through here, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. Slope too steep. We're not too worried about that. This just needs to go straight to the other side of the hill. Like there. Again, slope too steep. So at this point, we bring it out, I suppose. And again, slope too steep. Good lord. I don't really want to do a bridge, so I guess we're going to take that back. Bulldoze that and bulldoze that. Go back underground and bring this straight along to a point where we are not going to get a bridge. Because that kind of ridiculousness is just not necessary. So something like that. That leads to something like that. And give me this kind of thing here. Because what I need to do is I need to get me some of these roads in. I need to get this, you know, the usual highway system that we have here needs to exist at this point. So something a bit like that, basically. Bulldoze you and you. And connect up you. And connect up you. Flicking that one around. And maybe, just maybe, we can change the height of those two nodes ever so slightly. Looks a little bit silly, but I'm not going to stress too much about it. It does look ridiculous. I might stress about it. Or maybe just lower that node there and hope for the best. Yeah. No, still looks ridiculous. These two down here need to be raised up as well. Still looks kind of ridiculous, I'll be honest, but not gonna stress too much more about it. I still don't know where I'm connecting this. Still haven't figured that bit out. Still have no idea. Actually, in saying, oh no, you know what I was about to do? I was about to connect it over here. You know, turn right, go straight to there. That would give us a straight path through to here, but it would put even more traffic on this road here, which is a bad idea. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Maybe we connect it straight down to the highway. Maybe this connects all the way out to the highway and you have to go the whole way around. That way we're incentivizing people to use the trains. That seems like a good idea. So I guess we slope too steep. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Get rid of all this and bring this to there so the slope is a bit nicer. And then we're gonna do the thing that we've been trying to do. We're gonna get the nice little highway in here. We really should do this highway out of, well, I was gonna say we could immediately build it out of actual highways, but I guess I can just upgrade. There isn't really any need to build it immediately out of actual highways. It's easier to build it this way. So yeah, this can go straight along. All of this is gonna be just one giant straight road, pretty much straight to the highway. So to there. And to there. Kind of ridiculous looking. Not going to stress about it. Then we just bulldoze a bunch of this. We throw in an intersection. A bit like this one. Although unfortunately the space is technically already occupied, which does make things kind of tricky. So that goes there. Tell me I can reconnect these. Oh, tell me I can reconnect these. Yeah, don't quite line up though, do they? That's unfortunate. But there we go. That all connects up. That's gonna be a heck of a slope. Not quite sure how to feel about that. But I guess we'll make it work. Turn on road guidelines real quick. Have that run to there. Yeah, we can, ooh. Yeesh. Those are some nasty slopes is what they are. Some really nasty slopage going on there, but we'll get it. We'll get it to work. Don't you worry. I just gotta get these to line up first. So you go there. And you... Okay, so this one needs done first. So it goes like that. And then you go like that. Alright, that's fine. Let me turn the whole thing into... Oh, slope too steep, apparently. Alright. Let me turn this whole thing into the 2-lane highway. All the way up to the avenue. Turn this whole stretch into the 2-lane highway as well. I don't know why I've got the simulation paused while I'm doing this. I guess well, I kind of do. I have it paused because I don't want to reach the goal while I'm still working on this. Because that's just going to be annoying. What if I raise both of those? Like, what if they come up a bit? Can I then upgrade this? Oh god, no, that's not what I wanted to do. But I guess that works. That's fine. Okay. So that highway connection gives us access. I really should make that a tunnel. I might make that a tunnel in a minute. That highway connection gives us access to this new area, which I really don't imagine many people driving out here. I'll be honest. I really don't imagine many people driving out here at all. But I'm gonna be curious to see if people do. Also curious to see how I'm actually gonna get any zoning out here. Didn't really think about that. So that's not gonna work. That'll work. That doesn't. And that doesn't. Alright. That can go up to there. And over to there. That's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That is gonna work. Alright. What kind of area are we gonna have here? This is gonna be interesting. going to be really, really interesting to see what we end up with here. Because I don't even know where I'm going to manage to put the train station. I have no idea where that's going to go. I'm not going to have people living out here, that's for sure. Train station can go literally nowhere. Up there. The train station's going to have to go on the top of the hill. Which is going to make for some interesting training, I was going to say, but training's not quite the word. So that can go to there, that can go to there, and I guess come along and maybe connect somewhere? No? I could do road anarchy to get that to work. And then maybe bring up that corner. Bring up that corner, but then we have this, which is equally ridiculous. Then maybe we'll not do that. I don't like that sort of slopes and spirals around, but it's kind of all we got. So the train station can go up there, I guess. Kind of ridiculous. I will put on like a one-way... Oh, for God's sake, of course it can't connect up. Never mind. The train station can just exist there. It would be nice to have a cargo train station here as well, I'll be honest. I think I might be asking for too much on that one. But I'm gonna try. And I'm probably gonna regret it. But I'm gonna try. And get a cargo station here. So that could probably be a bit closer. I also noticed I've used a one-way road for that. Which was a bit of a mistake. So that can go there and there. And like that. So that'll be fine. That'll be totally fine. What I'm gonna do though is bring a one-way road to there, up like that, back, and to there. So that's gonna let the traffic sort of loop around there properly. And all we need to do here is connect these up to way over there. Way over there. All right, let's do it. Let's get the train lines going. Just gonna go straight out with this one. And gonna go straight out with this one too. And then I need to find a way to connect them. Which is kind of the tricky part. But that to me looks roughly central. Hold on, I can do this in a much nicer way. Like that. And like that. And then that goes there. That goes there. That's a little bit steep, I'll admit. That's a bit much. That can be lowered. That can also be lowered. But they now run into the one train line, which is kind of what we're going for, which can run straight over to there and just keep on keeping on all the way to that point where this can go straight there. And this can curve and meet that other bit of train line like that before going straight out and in like that. So that's not connected up, meaning we can go and say train line from there comes all the way in. I don't know where it's going to go. Comes in there, goes to there, goes there, ends up with that line. Has to stay in the green line. So wherever the green line goes is technically where this needs to go. I would really like it to go to that platform. Is there a way I can get it to cross over? That's the real question. Road anarchy. Yeah, actually there is. That's perfect. That is going to be very, very steep. In terms of the turn that it's going to have to take there. But it does let me have a train go to that platform where there wasn't one previously. So that is totally fine by me. All right, I'm kind of excited to get that up and running, to be honest. We'll got some people moving out there. Obviously going to need power for this entire area. Obviously going to need water. Going to need to specialize the zoning as well. I think, honestly, this entire thing is just going to be industry. It is such a mess of roads and just general nonsense that, yeah, I think industry being the only thing out here is gonna be a fairly smart move. So we'll go for something like that, just a bit of a weird looking area. Cooper Heights is a fine name. Go into here, and we are looking for ore. And we need water as well. So the pipes are gonna run underneath all this. Gonna run like that. Bring this up from that point. Get it in line. Bring this down to there and across. And through the middle as well. And maybe one more just along that point. And there we go. All we need to do at this point, run a pipe straight to that corner. And then power. Power is the next big thing for this area. Honestly, I'm thinking we just run a power line again from this corner. Pretty much straight out to there. So like that corner there. That'll do the job. Gives them a power connection. And we just zone all of it. All of its industry, perhaps except the bits up there, which can be offices. Yep, that's fine. That is fine by me. We'll get some zoning going on up there. We could actually have some people live out there. I realize we've got the offices surrounding the cargo train station, but whatever. Should be fine. They are going to need some coverage for things like fire, though. So maybe, I think a large fire station out here is probably going to be a good thing to have. So we'll throw it in that corner. Policing as well, I think, is probably a smart thing to have out here. So throw a police station there as well. And we'll get this thing running. I mean, the train is going back and forth already. I don't imagine anyone's using it. No, there's no passengers waiting currently. That's actually fine by me. I didn't really expect there to be any passengers waiting currently, so it is what it is. How are we looking for a goal, though? 160,000 people? Maybe mission won't be accomplished today. Maybe next time we get the 200,000. I do think it's going to be really nice to see this area up and running, and I realize I could actually go ahead and build a small settlement up there. That is so messy looking, though. That really is so messy looking. But it is interesting to note, people are actually using the roads. Oh, and we have a death wave. Yeah, that'll definitely hurt some of our stats. Death waves have a tendency to do that. They definitely have a tendency to do that. Have you got anyone on board? There was like one person. Yeah, like one dude used it. I guess that's okay. Better than no one. You got anyone on board? 2 people. 2 people want to go out there. That is actually fine by me. That is actually fine by me. There's actually, yeah, there's more and more people slowly queuing up. We got 10. We got a lot of people in the green line there getting off of it. You know, I love looking at this. I love looking at how busy these 4 train tracks are. That's really fun to see. That is really fun to see. I do like that. Do we have death care in these areas? Sort of. We have sort of death care. We don't have death care up here, though. So let's get some death care just there. We could probably do with a bit of death care. There is death care out there. We'll add one more in. We'll go for there. And that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. How are we looking? What's the number? 166. Oh boy, we might do it. Now, you know what? I am actually going to leave it there. I don't want to run this episode on too long. There's not a whole lot we can do right now. So what I'll do is I'll leave it there for today. I'll take a little bit of time and think about what we'll do for the next episode, just so that we're not just sitting around waiting. I think I might try and tackle some traffic problems, because the roundabout thing, yeah. The idea I have of the roundabouts hasn't really helped do anything other than keep the roundabouts themselves clear. So maybe next time we will try to tackle traffic. That might not be a bad idea. Either way, thank you kind of for watching. Been City Skylines, Mass Transit, the train scenario part... I want to say part 10. Part 10. It has been a pleasure as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!